All right, so in this video, we're going to take a look at kind of a Mystique exercise called a completion. And so here's the intuition on what's going on. Suppose I had an artifact here, a completed artifact, and that had, in this case, horizontal reflection symmetry in it. And if I kept removing cells from this completed artifact to obtain sort of some smaller artifact over here, this is our starting point. If I did that in just the right way, then I could complete this artifact by reintroducing those cells. Oops. So let me show you how to do this. So first I have to copy this fragment of an artifact over here. So we've got to make sure I do that right. If I get that wrong, all bets are off. This time the algorithm that I'm going to use to recreate this artifact is color-based for this particular example. It might be different for the next exercise that I do, but just in this case it's sort of a judgment call. And so I have all the blue here. Double check this, maybe triple check this. You know what they say in construction, right? Measure twice, cut once. Or I guess carpentry. So I'm going to do this. Now I'm doing sort of a row major from top to bottom. So I'm sort of adapting some of the algorithmic ideas that we have already developed to help me organize my thoughts on how to construct this, the process that I'm using to reconstruct this artifact fragment. Okay, so double check this again, do some spot checking here. Okay, this looks good. Okay, so now this is our starting point. So the idea here is that you want to add the minimum number of cells, of bricks, to this artifact so that the result has horizontal reflection symmetry. So this is, in some sense, maybe a little bit like a crossword puzzle almost. Okay, so if this has horizontal reflection symmetry, then since there's a yellow cell here, well, there needs to be a yellow cell down here. Otherwise, it wouldn't have horizontal reflection symmetry on this column right here, right? Now, similarly, if this has horizontal reflection symmetry, this blue brick is on the horizontal line. That's fine. But this one is below, so I need one that's above. There. Okay, so now I have completed this first column. So this first column, if it was an artifact in its own right, would have horizontal reflection symmetry. So I'm doing sort of a column major algorithm to process this, right? I'm going to process this row. I'm going to process the next row now here. And I'm not saying that this is the only way to do it or the best way or even a way that you would always do for every artifact that you see. It's sort of you assess what you're confronted with, the problem that you have to solve, and then you adapt accordingly, right? Okay, so the second column now has horizontal reflection symmetry. I'm moving on to the third column. Since there's a yellow brick down here, put a yellow brick up here. And now the blue bricks I have to add. Remember, here's the horizontal line, so I have to add this one to correspond to the lower one, and I have to add one down here to correspond to this upper blue brick. So now this column is also has horizontal reflection symmetry. This one does all by itself without any changes. The next one, I'm going to have to add some yellow bricks here and here. Now this column has horizontal reflection symmetry. Notice that the artifact that I've created, the composition of the columns to the left of me, have horizontal reflection symmetry. So this is my moving frontier, if you will. I'm going to make this have horizontal reflection symmetry, and then last but not least, this one. Now, I want to double check this, because if I get this wrong, then I kind of have to start over. So, all right, so submit. Okay, this looks good. So go ahead and practice this. Good luck.